First of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you, God. It's been a long day. Every time I go to the office, it's a long day because of like how entitled these trash are. And I know my mind is destroyed, but it's getting so bad. The storylines, what they've created, and it was bad. I have two different worlds. The world where I live here, where the perps here behave in certain ways, but the truth is, I don't take them serious, and I don't know. I don't know which one is worse. I think I'm more used to the one these people here, how they become the perps versus people at the office, because I think at the office they have more of an entitlement aspect of them. Versus here, they just don't care. They just don't. They will come up with anything and just will go with it, and it's just like, it's almost like. But at the office, I deal with people who really want to be taken serious, and I think why it's worse is because they're not like that mentally challenged. Like, that they are. You work with them. You know that these moronic ways of thinking is just an extreme. Like it's just too. Like, it's so obvious that it's insulting you and enrages you even more. And it's so disgusting. And I have the chance to do things that just kind of validates me in scary ways. No, the scariest thing is when you look at women in this office being so fierce. And you look like, you look so, like when you see a woman involved in this program, and even I noticed that this is mostly female. For me, I think it's just trying to project this thing to be something else. That's why they have this like feminism kind of. It's a projection. They play the game they need to play. They can be anything. Tomorrow they can act differently. It's facades. That's just nonsense. Everybody opportunists and partake whatever ways, but they find ways that make sense in regard how they can confuse the target individual. With me, it's just like it doesn't connect. Matter of fact, it just makes me even more angry because you play the feminist, but to know who put me in this program and how anti-feminist they are, that the legacy that they have is so strong in that anti-feminist legacy is scary. Matter of fact, they're stronger in that now than before because they have been more successful now. When back in the days, things that were less progressive, the people who put me in this program were involved in a society and groups that were against civil rights. You know how crazy it is? They were, I guess, obviously, if they were against civil rights, they were definitely against abortion and feminism as a whole, big time. But like that's given. If they were against like they were for segregation, you can only imagine what they think about, feminism, right? And to know that the owner of my company, the father of the owner of the company at the time was like in the name of this society is called the John Birch Society. Apparently it's a extreme right, far right, I should say, maybe not extreme, far right entity that was organized then, and that would make sure that it was like a MAGA of the time, right? But MAGA of like, we're talking about 50s and 60s and 70s, right? So you know that they were against like obviously communism and civil rights and feminism, and they thought that like if you allowed this civil rights movement to go on, if you allowed this feminism movement to go on, it will bring up communism. So it was like a tied in together. But basically they were going against like basic rights of human rights, like segregations and things like that. That's what they were pushing for, which is crazy. And I was working for a company that have strong ties to that, very strong ties. But today they've created their own movements, their own society, and they're even more known than before. Now they've done things where the John Birch Society was unsuccessful in the Roe versus Wade abortion rights. This generation of the company that put me in this program were successful in overturning that. And so for me, when I see these people playing this feminist and like, we're mean, it's a mission, it's like, you guys are losers. You're losers. You're trying to clean up for the people who destroyed my life. You know these people put me in there and race was a factor. I'm currently employed by these people that are so diverse. Like, you know why I was really putting this. Don't even try to play your game. Okay? You know race was a factor. I know you just try to act like it's not. You know. Okay? The second they saw me there, they're like, okay, we gotta get rid of this guy. But, put me that's it. Look for whatever they can use. You know them well. But it's okay. In this program, they have many black women in this program. Black men, of course. And guess who participate? Black people. But to act like this was not a factor, you're just delusional. That today, like, nah, it's going to be our racist. Like, yeah, those racists are just the non-factor racist. They talk about, like, the racist of, like, Aryan Brotherhood racism. Like gangs, like they're crazy, like they will torture me, but they're not the one changing the legislations of this country. Like those racists are like just the whole, just the delinquent, the criminal, the nothing. The racists that put me in here are the racists that make it hard for you to have an abortion. Real impactful, real. You just talk about mob torture, how I'm going to be raped and things like that. It's like, phew, these people are like, oh, we're about to rape the whole country. Don't worry. You're just losers. And now they're like, tell me how you're going to be raped because we're going to have children pretend to get raped because it's daring. I'm like, oh, you fucking losers. Oh, God. These people who put me in this program not only destroy my life, but they expose these clowns. I'm like, yo, you see, that's what feminism look like today. Very uncompromisable. They've won. Yeah, this racism are so racist. As this feminism today are so feminist, they are exciting children to act like they get raped. So fierce. It's the fierce. Well, in the fucking 60s and 70s, they are here fighting for abortion rights and all the basic rights. This trash are here try to play, and I know not all of them are like feminists of that nature, right? But some of them try to pretend like that. It's so disgusting. But they have this aspect of like we're women and this and that's, like, you know what this program does to women too, right? I guess you're so feminist that you're daring to be involved in a program that rapes women. It's the darings of the new age feminism. And I know that some of them don't claim to be feminists, but even if they claim it to be Avengers, like, you pay for what you did for Courtney, for Britney. I'm like, you don't give a damn about Courtney or Britney. You know how many women like, I was listening to this woman who talks about how she get tortured sexually every day. Who knows if she's still alive? I'm talking about Mariana. How many of them ended up killing themselves? There was this woman talking about, but I remember you used to go to Mission, Medusa. I'm like, yeah. I'll open the message I wrote in 2009. It's like, where were you at that time? Can you imagine the age we're talking about? This is people going there. My age. You see me and my friend from college printing those flyers to go there. Like, this stupidity. Well, I'm in the office here in New York City, talk about saying the name Roy Moore, a man who allegedly was raping 14-year-old kids, as an assistant DA, by the way. And you see the fear. It's like, oh, it's not fair. It's like, yeah, right. It's not fair. It's hard to play like this, like adventure. It's disgusting. They talk about that's child abuse. They were trying to bring up what I did as a child. Like, my goodness, when you bring a woman like Megan, and if you see in my last videos, you see a child that was my age when I did this inappropriate act that they tried to exaggerate. Today I was on the call saying, touch that, touch. She's like, no, you wish. That's what you exaggerate to create your stories. Yeah, she touched it. No, she did touch. It's like, you retarded. Well, you hear this woman talk about how her father was touching her, molesting her, raping her. And she's traumatized and shaking and utilizing her trauma to break her down. And be like, yeah, it's not fair. It's like, yes, because how can you be so avenging here? Talk about touching when you're involved in a program that is actually torturing women that were touched as children. And forget about this not fair fact that the entities behind this technology are very, 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 very into touching kids. And I'm talking about touching them, you know? My brain was say touch, they tried to bring me back when I was at the office. And one of my coworkers brought her child and holding the child, and I touched the head like that. It's like, oh, you touching. I tried to recreate their stories, and it was like, you see the reality? That's why these pedos are gonna win for sure. And run this show. You guys are here creating false reality because you just want to enjoy it. I wish they just say, you know what, we love this program. I can control you. I love that. It's fun. I know this thing is manipulation. We know we do that to break you down. You're not that. We know who you really are. These things, we know this is what we can do to you. But we know you for you, the real you. But we enjoy that. Yes, this kills women and children, but we enjoy that. It's fun. At least they say that. It's like, we don't care about Britney or Courtney. We're out here frying women's life, destroying them, killing. How many are dying, killing themselves? Like, at least they came up like that. I'm like, hey, I can't even hate you for that. I can't. I mean, shit. What can you say? I mean, you know what you sign up for. Like, you accept. You don't make it like a fear. So it's like, no, I love the fact that I'm involved in something. I can rewire your brain. I can do this and that. I know what I joined, even though I didn't participate in that. It's doing this mean, evil things and atrocity to some women, including babies. So what? I love this. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a god. I'm not a god, but it makes me feel like it. If they say that, it would be amazing. It would be better. But they won't. They're like, no, you pay. It's a money that's here. We're not paying. You're a retard. Listen, you're going to see a video with me going, oh my gosh, the little kids all around. There's some kids that made me feel bad. Like, bad in the sense that, why they show these poor babies? And I think they just didn't manipulate me to have this extreme experience that is disgusting. But maybe kind of let me be me a little bit. But it was sad. It was sad. I felt bad for these little girls. It was really early. They were kind of cold. It's like, oh gosh. Like I wasn't even angry. I was like, the teenager, and as I'm saying, that make me think of this little black girl where they maybe, oh, that's so disgusting. But the teenager, that's when that makes me like, oh, I want to lose my mind. But the babies, you can't hate, except one. There's one I wasn't sure if the child was like a dwarf walking around. I wasn't even sure because I just see short little people, and they force me to get stimulation. But there's one that wanted to be seen so bad, and she's like, oh, this one whatever. She's like a 10-year-old maybe, because the level of how short she was. It's like, oh no, I think don't. And then she like, she's definitely more like, I was like, this is not gonna look good. Her future, I can tell, is nasty. Her father's grooming her in the wrong way. Then she tried to play the nice little daughter. I was like, ugh, disgusting. Like, my gosh, at her age, she already know how to how to be involved in this thing and playing and be manipulative already. I'm like, ugh. Well, these other babies were just like the walking, like just really like they're not trying to be like malicious, but they tell them to walk in. And I felt bad, like, oh, you're really just a real child that's just really child spirited. It's I say that they try to make me imagine something else. It's so sad. God. And so I feel bad for some of these babies, for these kids, because I know that they're just super innocent in the sense they don't know. They don't really have a malicious aspect of things. They just know that they're supposed to do that. Well, others are sometimes I'm like, ooh, this trash is like, wow. I don't know why her father trained this to do these things, or is molding her in this way. But that's nasty. She was being very mad that she wanted to be seen so bad. And so I was like, no, these babies are really, and you'll see the video, they were just so like innocent and just like good kids. You can't even. Now, what was I saying? So I was in the office, and one thing they try to paint is like they're protecting kids when they're like, and they're doing this thing, and they tell me they frame me with a teenage kid, by the way. And sometimes they tell me the teenage kid is pregnant. I'm like, are you seriously gonna have a child? First of all, pretend to get raped, but on top of that, this child is actually pregnant. Wow, what a fucked up thing to do to a child. Meaning that to have a child, in the first place, act like she's a victim, that she's not a victim, or at least I victimize her when she's better not even get near me. And on top of that, she's pregnant. Jesus. So you know the things aren't even looking good without even bringing up the faking, the framing of it. Oh my gosh! I hope, like, that's sad, but I hope that's good for. I hope that's like out of pettiness, I almost wish that was true, but that's really bad. It's really sad. Like, it's really pathetic. You really are willing to ruin the life of a child like that. Wait, is he like, I'm dying. You're really willing to have a child do, like, don't you feel sympathy for this child? No? Okay. She's daring, huh? Okay. I don't have sympathy for her. She's framing me. But I was at the office. And they were like, it's funny, they have this thing now, you like teenager. And every time they do this thing where toward teenagers, like, now by 2014. Matter of fact, they even say Snapchat, like Snapchat is like this, like, only teenager. Like, when I know people from college, I've been with them, I see their stories still. On Snapchat. They're still posting the stories. They're like, what? We've been there on there for a while. Posting, I have people, some of the perps that we used to be friends, been since college. This guy called Joey. We were partying together in college. There's so many. It's like Snapchat. Like, stop coming on your story, trying to come up with. It's like, nah, but this way. It's like the apps are this. It's like, shut up, try to come up with your stupid stories. It's like, how would you see it now? I was like. And the truth is, they talk about, no, but what about O'Shane? You followed her in 2014. It's like, yeah, I followed somebody who I thought was an adult. But hey, you're gonna have a child pretend she's 30 years old. That looks like that. And you think I don't know I'm being manipulated? They think I shouldn't think that I'm being manipulated because in 2014 I followed somebody who I thought was an adult. I'm like, okay. You think I'm gonna let you live in this retardation in Snapchat? Look at this O'Shane. Look at what she looks like. She looks exactly the same, by the way, when I follow her. This delusional trash. So I'm at the office. I see this note. Attached to the toilet, to the bathroom door. And I realized, oh, it is my watch. This says, Casio watch found on the floor, pick up above locker 2G 101. There's something written at the bottom, but I didn't see it immediately. I just, because I was going to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, that's where my watch is. It's my watch. I go there. I use the restroom in this disturbing way because they rewire my brain if I use the restroom. Everything is rewired. So I go, I was like, okay, I don't know where this 2G3556. I don't have a lock here, so I don't want to lose myself. Just try to find this thing. It's gonna be annoying. As I get out, I'll see some person working the facility maintenance area. She's there, helps out with, doing things. She's like one of the maintenance person. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And when I ask politely, with me, when I'm asking a question or ask a favor, I'm gonna ask you something that is gonna help me, I'm gonna be extra polite. It's like, excuse me, hi, excuse me, do you know, as I say excuse me, immediately she's like, and she got like the smirk. I'm like, oh gosh, never mind. She thinks she's gonna act like, okay, never mind. I was like, as soon as I noticed, I was like, okay, I know what you're up to. So do you know where? Okay, because at the bottom here it says something behind you. I didn't even see it. I was like, do you know where this is? Because this is my watch. I was like, oh, and I look around without even seeing that was like behind you. I was like, oh. I found it as soon as like, oh, never mind, thank you. And I grabbed my watch. She's like, hey, this is my watch, by the way. I'm not stealing it. It's mine. And I walk. She's behind me. She's like, your pedo, your pedo, your pedo. It's pedo day. Why? Just like, shut up. I go into my cubicle, and everybody's moving around, it's like, and you see people walking out. Oh my gosh, yeah, you want it? They do a little something to her because she's young. I think she's most likely a young adult. I don't know. I don't care. Like whatever. She's working there. That's that. She can go either way though. I don't care. It's not something I'm interested in. I just want it, and they give me a little something. And I'm like, okay, you think really like, come on. I'm just wanting my watch. It literally is here. This note here. They're so pathetic. They're looking, oh yeah, we there, you pervert. Like God. Let me guess, she's pregnant too. Did she get pregnant for me asking where this locker is? Sad fucks. I was in the office saying Roy Moore, the man who allegedly was raping 14-year-old kids. You should have seen the fear. One guy, he got so angry because I saw him. Now everybody get nervous differently. The way this guy gets nervous was sweating. Some people turn really red. He was sweating. Oh my gosh. And the AC is kicking hard, is like blasting. And it's fucking blasting. The man is sweating. I'm like, oh, okay. Look at you. But this whatever worker there, I asked her for where the notes. I was like, okay, yeah. They give me a little something. By the way, I was there. There's somebody from the back of the head. They start stimulating me. I don't know if because they brought somebody who was a kid. I don't know. From the back. It's like, really? And some clown was like, yeah, we read your mind. It's like, well, okay, that back of the back of the head is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know she even wear glasses. Her long back was so short back was like, wow. So this like immediate stimulation, like, oh my gosh, I could feel a little like thing that let me go, and the thing that just like that they do in my brain. But the crazy part too, is then they try to make it like, no, but it's not like just like when, because I remember when this bumping thing, I remember in Harlem I was walking somewhere, somebody bumped me, and I apologized, smiled, I said, excuse me, sorry, I apologize in a friendly way, excuse me, sorry, smiling, sorry, excuse me. She looked at me and she started smiling in her face. Immediately I was like, oh, like I noticed her face just like, woo, and I'm like, okay, I was like, oh no. And she tried to like, you feel that feeling? Like, no. I noticed how she like, this girl just, you can see she's just an opportunity. Like, yeah, and like I'm like, ugh. You know when somebody's like, oh, I got, it's trash. Like, you just implanted the stimulation, and the other one I bumped is just like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not that. Ooh, that's not me. No, not like, I'm not interested. I'm good. Excuse me. But this is like, yeah, you matched it. It's like, okay. The people can't say Roy Moore. I'm out here asking for this. You see how when they let me go, they say they let me go, which is okay. I mean, if I'm having a limited time here on Earth, I'd rather finish my last few time here doing things that is more of this nature. Because if I reveal what industry I'm in regard to my employment currently, it will even add to the validation. I'm currently employed by, I should have known, but the truth is I know what's going to happen everywhere I work. But these people here are the most profitable. They will get the most out of this. Because in this field, people like me who target individual, test subjects, I can only imagine how much they get out of employing me. Not only actually enjoy working, so they can actually get some like work relief, but they can actually benefit from just like doing these things to my body, observing what they get out of this, and who knows what they can get. But these trash are so compromised. I won't be surprised. It's so bad. They'll get what they comes to them. Whoever participates, it's not gonna be for free. I've seen some of this result. Some people are no longer with us that will participate in this. I will never forget. Now they call it. They have the name. They named suicide. They used his name as to name. They call, instead of say you're gonna kill yourself, they say, let's just say you're gonna Christina yourself. And let's just say Christina is somebody who killed himself. You're gonna Christina yourself. This is the man that used to work with me in this company. He also partake. He was really into it too. Then he killed himself. I don't know what exactly pushed him to do that, but he had issues. But to be involved in that, driving somebody to kill themselves, then you actually all along wanting to kill yourself, then kill yourself. Now the people involved in this call me your name to describe what's going to happen to me. This is crazy. This is amazing. It's biblical. I mean, it doesn't offend me because Christina was trying to push me to kill myself. But, out of respect, there's a little bit of class, and it's below me. But, hey, go ahead. Call me Christina. Tell me I'm going to Christina myself. It's okay. You don't offend me. I just kind of feel a little cringy because, this person killed himself. A little bit of respect, but it's okay. There's some man that was trying to push me to kill myself. So do whatever you need to. It's not going to offend me. It just gives me a little bit of cringe. Taking video, you gotta be strong. I almost lost my mind. And I know talking is not helping me. I can feel my vocal cord just disappear. It's okay. Let those be my last words. I feel everything. I feel like I'm like a spirit. I don't know. It's just maybe because I'm near death. I don't know. But it's just, I keep saying these things. It's like I'm becoming a prophet because I'm just saying the obvious things. I'm not even saying anything magical. I'd say, hey, this retard's pretending to get raped. They're gonna have a fucked up life. Watch what happens. Hey, these people who are day in and day out doing this disgusting things, opportunities, you'll see what high comes back to them. Oh, this trash playing the feminists. You'll see how humiliating it is. Killing, torturing, involved in something like killing, torturing women and doing this evilness and so that destroying their life and act like they're doing it for corny and brainy. You'll see how it goes. You see this trash pretending doing it for kids. Okay, you'll see. Finding out that they're actually involved in something that tortures so many children and so many are dying. And the program is led by governmental entities that are so disgusting that do things to children. And then you came and say the name of this man for some reason, unless you say it in such a cowardly way. Okay, let me be the spirit saying that while I'm slowly plaguing away. You'll see. Try to be just as strong.